3. Getting projects creatively underway. The 5 phases of project planning. The key ingredients of relaxed control are clearly defined outcomes, projects, and the next actions required to move them toward closure, and reminders placed in a trusted system that is reviewed regularly. Enhancing vertical focus. The goal is to get projects and situations sufficiently clear and under control to get them off your mind and not to lose any potentially useful ideas. The natural planning model. Defining purpose and principles. Outcome visioning. Brainstorming. Organizing. Identifying next actions. Purpose. To know and to be clear about the purpose of any activity or prime directives for appropriate focus, creative development, and cooperation. Principles. Of equal value is prime criteria for driving and directing a project or the standards and values you hold. Vision. Outcome. In order to most productively access the conscious and unconscious resources available to you, you must have a clear picture in your mind of what success would look, sound, and feel like. The power of focus. The focus we hold in our minds affects what we perceive and how we perform. Clarifying outcomes. You often need to make it up in your mind before you can make it happen in your life. Brainstorming. Mechanism. Once you know what you want to happen and why, the how mechanism is brought into play. Capturing your ideas. Give yourself permission to capture and express any idea, and then later on figure out how it fits in and what to do with it. Distributed cognition. The great thing about external brainstorming is that in addition to capturing your original ideas, it can help generate many new ones that might not have occurred to you if you didn't have a mechanism to hold your thoughts and continually reflect them back to you. Brainstorming keys. Don't judge, challenge, evaluate, or criticize. Go for quantity, not quality. Put analysis and organization in the background. Organizing. A project plan identifies the smaller outcomes, which can then be naturally planned. The basics of organizing. Identify the significant pieces. Sort by one or more components, sequences, priorities. Detail to the required degree. Next actions. Answering the question about what, specifically, you would do about something physically if you had nothing else to do will test the maturity of your thinking about the project. The basics. Decide on next actions for each of the current moving parts of the project. Decide on the next action in the planning process if necessary. How much planning do you really need to do? As much as you need to get the project off your mind. Need more clarity? If greater clarity is what you need, shift your thinking up the natural planning scale. Need more to be happening? If more action is what's needed, you need to move down the model. Conclusion of Part 1. The prior 2 chapters covered the basic models of how to stay maximally productive and in control, with minimal effort, at the 2 most basic levels of our life and work. The actions we take in. The projects we enter into that generate many of those actions. You must be responsible for collecting all your open loops, applying a front-end thought process to each of them, and managing the results with organization, review, and action. These models are simple to understand and easy to implement. Applying them creates remarkable results. You need essentially no new skills. You already know how to write things down, clarify outcomes, decide next actions, put things into categories, review it all, and make intuitive choices. Right now you have the ability to focus on successful results, brainstorm, organize your thinking, and get moving on your next steps.